Hey y'all, welcome back to Searching the Steel Budgets. My name is Sarah, and today we're going to do a full walkthrough of all my new binders and my budgeting notebook. Anyways, let's get it. Right, I am so super excited to get into this. I kind of did in my previous video, but then I had my boyfriend edit it all out so that you guys didn't have to sit through a 40-minute video. I don't feel like I'm that entertaining to sit there and listen to for 40 minutes. 20 minutes, 40, not so much. Anyways, so which one do we want to get into first? We'll probably get into my long term. That's replacing, I'm going to move this because it's going to fall over and cause everything. It's going to cause the domino effect. So I'm just going to move that for now. So my long term, the title is taking over my sinking funds. And this binder's more so for like money I want to save, but I don't want to touch in any stretch of the imagination, but it's literally just saving. So I do have my emergency fund fully funded, so that's that, but the funds I do want to work on funding for this year are Blanche Emergency. That's my car, for those of you that are new. Oh, also, side note, tangent, I realized watching my last video, it looks like I got into a fist fight because of work. And for those of you who are new, I'm a machinist, hence the name of the channel, but I had something that really mucked up my hands, and I swear to God, I'm not a person of violence, but it looks like I got into a fist fight. But I'm okay. Everything's okay. Just wanted to address that. Anyways, back to the binder. So I actually put these in here. I've never actually used them. Because I'm usually terrible at like writing stuff down in a timely fashion. If it's like my budget, I do that multiple times a week, but when it comes to like documenting things, I'm terrible at it. Absolutely atrocious. Anyways, Blanche Emergency, so my car. This is like my deductible that I want to save for. So there's that. Vet Emergency, God forbid anything happened to either my cat or my boyfriend's dog. Want to save for that. And then medical for any, doctor copays, because obviously I've had to do a lot of paying of that this year. So in 2024, if I have to go to the doctor, then this shall cover the copays and stuff. Vision, it could be classified underneath medical, but I figured, might as well just separate the three because I have one for dental as well. These are just for copays or emergencies. Like I said, this is kind of the binder that I want to fill but not touch by any stretch of the imagination. The next one we can get into is the short term. So short term is taking over my personal binder, basically. So these are just things I want to save for that I'm not going to beat myself up too much if I take the money out of it for that specific thing. It's a huge thing in 2024 I want to accomplish is taking it out if it's actually that. And by doing that, instead of just having a few categories and justifying taking it out, I have multiple different categories so that if it's a specific thing, I have a specific envelope for it. Now, there was a lot of feelings if I really wanted to have that many categories, because I want to be able, I'm the type of person that when I stuff money, I want to stuff something in every single envelope every week. So I'm going to have to battle with that because some weeks are going to be better than others. Once I get a month ahead, everything will get love, but it's getting to that month ahead thing. But so anyways, into short term, California vacation. Normally you wouldn't take a vacation when you're trying to pay off debt, but I do want to bankroll, cash roll this entire vacation. My great grandma will be turning 100 on July 4th of 2024. So want to save the cash for either the airfare or the fuel, whichever one is cheaper I think we've gone with, but at the same point we we kind of just want to hop on a 2-hour flight and be there rather than spend 26 hours driving. But we'll decide that when the time comes, because the airline we're going to take that has a, straight shot flight from where we live and, to California, the schedule hasn't come out for the summer yet. So we gotta wait for that. But so California vacation, I have a goal of $1,000 for this envelope, and I'm hoping to accomplish that by the middle of March, I think. But yeah, it's kind of crazy that it took me all year last year to save up $1,000 for emergency fund, and now I have this huge goal to save $1,000 in 2.5 months. We'll see how it goes. Goals. And then home improvement. If you've been around a while, you know that this is one of the newer envelopes that I've introduced in the last month or so. I did move in with my boyfriend into this house that he owns, so home improvement is just a thing that I wanted to save for, whether it's small projects, big projects, whichever. Appliances, that's also a recurring thing. So I made that. I don't know if you've sensed a theme in like the envelopes. They're just my type of vibe, like the flames from the long term, and then this red plaid. It's my total vibe, and that's like why I wanted to make my own envelopes. Is because like, yeah, I could buy envelopes, but like these are personalized, so it was a lot of work to do all these. Now mind you, I am missing one because I ran out of ink. It's my extra debt payment one, but I'm hoping in the next, by the time I stuff this, that I'll have that envelope made. Anyways, car maintenance, so this will be separate from my Blanche emergency, because that'll be my emergency fund for Blanche. Car maintenance will just be like oil changes or random parts, like say I gotta buy a new battery or I gotta get new tires. That's what this little sinking fund is for. Clothes, see, it's not that I hate clothes shopping, it's just that I don't do it as often anymore, because I used to spend way too much money on clothes every freaking month. But so I truly enjoy thrifting, mainly to do like thrift flips and stuff like that. If you don't know what that is, it's like you go buy something at the thrift store and then you like make it your own. I enjoy doing that because I do have a sewing machine and I do those things. I once made a pair of sweatpants out of like 2 different hoodies. Maybe it was 3, I can't quite remember, but I made a pair of sweatpants and I loved them back when they fit me. But now that I've lost over 100 pounds, they don't fit me anymore, but that's okay. So clothes is a new-ish category. Me money, that's just gonna be like, I talked about in my video yesterday that I wanted to buy a pair of Hey Dudes, so like I'm gonna save for Hey Dude money. And then household, I should mention, so with me money and household, when it comes to my wallet, I'm no longer going to be like doing like a coloring challenge of like what my rollover for the week was. So my rollover from spending and groceries every week will be going, whatever rollover that is, will go into me money. And then at the end of the month, whatever rollover from intake and exhaust, which is my cat's wet food and litter, and household, whatever's rolled over from those 2 at the end of the month will go into my household envelope. So there is that. Electronics, just figured I'd add in this little category. There we go, words are hard, category, because I just recently had to buy a mouse and a computer. Not my boyfriend bought me the computer for Christmas. I had to buy a mouse and a keyboard. There we go, words are hard, for my new computer. And so I'm like, I should just start an electronics fund for like random other things that could be categorized underneath electronics. And then this one might be my new favorite. This one's called This Is Us. And yes, it's from the TV show. But this is just a slow to grow savings that I want to save for my boyfriend and I. I have these, different categories. I got these dividers from intentional living, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna say intentional living. And so homestead, kids, and wedding kind of deal. So those are like the categories I want to save for in this envelope. And like I said, this is a slow to grow savings. I'm not expecting to put a crap load in here. And even though all 3 of these categories inside of This Is Us are all pretty bucky, but it's better to save for some things than to not save at all. So that's my long term DBD.
I'm sorry, we seem to be having some technical difficulties.
Long term and short term. And then so now we'll get into the monthly bills. If you watch my last video, you'll see that we kind of went through this a little bit. But these are all my bills for the month. And so I'm trying to get a month ahead on all of them. And I think I have everything but subscriptions and my debt fully funded. Yeah, because these 3 alone are $750. Whew. Hey, Chihuahua. But yeah, so that one's like $750 and the other one's like $185 or something like that. I gotta recalculate my subscriptions to figure that out. But anyways, this is my month ahead binder. Once I get a month ahead, then I'll cash stuff like my entire paycheck. Where like now I leave the amount of money that I need to in the week to cover the bills for that week, but I want to be able to like be a month ahead so I can have that security and like, okay, I'm good for the next month. And so yeah, I do have the budget sheets in here ready to be put in each one or behind each one. I just haven't decided if I want to do that yet for this binder specifically. But so that's my monthly bills. We'll get into my $1,000 challenge. I showed this on my channel a while ago. I made these and I made the envelopes for them and everything. I was playing around with matte laminate. I'm not the hugest fan of it. I don't know, like the feel is kind of nice, but at the same point, like when I was trying to laminate with it, it was a dumpster fire, honestly. I hated it with a burning passion. But so each month, so for the goal for this binder is that leaving everything in it after every month, at the end of the year, I will have $1,000, and I want this to be supplemented into my emergency fund, basically, so that I can, like, I have a goal to save $1,000 every year for my emergency fund, so this will help facilitate that without like being huge amounts. I think the biggest amount is it in August? It's like 45, I think, is like the biggest amount, because I made it so it reflects the magic month aspect of like if there's 5, because I get paid weekly, so if there's 5 paydays, then it's a magic month. So I have one amount per week depending on the month. So yeah, so this is just going to supplement my emergency fund. And then we'll get into birthdays and events. Sorry, I used to call it birthdays and events. It's birthdays and holidays because that's ultimately what this binder is. So birthdays and holidays. So we have my birthdays envelope. And that's just everybody's birthdays. I had the dividers before, I had the trackers before, and it just wasn't sparking joy. So I figured I'd just switch it up and not put any of that in here. And then that's the birthdays aspects of this binder. And then we'll get into the holidays portion. So I have these cute trackers from Homestead Budgets. And I think, yeah, there we go. I think I'm casting a shadow now. Anyways, yeah, I got these from Homestead Budgets, and you can choose the denomination of what you want it to be and the total. And so I have the challenges for all the holidays that she made them for, which is New Year's, Valentine's Day, Easter, 4th of July, which this one will be used as like fun money for our trip to California because like I said, we'll be going over the 4th of July. My birthday's the 5th of July, so I want to be able to have some money to go do some fun things in Cali while it's my birthday. And then that one's so cute. I just love it so much. And then she has one for Halloween. And she doesn't have one for Thanksgiving, but I'm hoping to host Thanksgiving next year in 2024. So I want to be able to save for that. And then there's the Christmas one. So the tracker for that, super, super cute. I just love how simplistic they are, but beautiful at the same time. So those are all my big binders. Let's go through my budget book now that I have the stickers in it, before I get to my absolute favorite thing that I have made in my entire life. When it comes to budgeting, at least. So I got all the stickers put in from All Things Planned. I did make my own payday stickers, but that's just because I get bored and want to make things. I have to like stay up till like 4 in the morning to retrain myself for working nights when I have days off. Because sometimes I'll go to bed at what I call normal people hours when I want to, you know, spend extra time with my boyfriend and not just, you know, be awake for no reason. So to sleep train myself back to overnights, then I stay up till 4 in the morning the night before I have to go to work. So while I do those things, I made this binder and I made payday stickers. And so then there's the, you know, dashboard. I have the January budget. I'm gonna have to redo that because obviously the first time I budget isn't accurate. I totally forgot this whole week, or not this week, but I forgot to budget in my dog's BarkBox subscription, so I had to rearrange some things for that. And I am gonna probably cancel it after this month, after January's box comes in. But I couldn't help but get January's box and double up on the toys and treats because the theme for January is squirrels. I couldn't say no when I got sent the email to double up on 2 times the squirrel toys. Absolutely, yes, please bring me all the squirrel. I mean, my dog. Bring my dog all the. Sorry. Anyway, so I'll have to redo this because it obviously isn't up to par. I do have the expense tracker. I have a weekly weekly check-in, and then I have each of my paychecks broken down. I did make these little box stickers to signify the date so that I kind of knew what I had to put down here. And then I have my sinking funds and savings trackers, and then my debt tracker. So there is that. And then I do have a plan of a debt snowball extra payment of $200 this month. We'll see if it's actually that or not. And then that's the end of that. And I just ordered the February stickers, so I'm hoping maybe for that, when they come in, I can actually like record putting that together, and then you guys can see like kind of my process of doing it like that. I didn't want to record the first time doing it because I had no idea what I was doing. And I'm like, this is gonna be too chaotic of a video for any of it to be enjoyable to watch. So anyways, now on to my favorite binder I've ever made, and it is the Mini Squirrel Fund binder, and it's got a little, you know, a little squirrel right there. I'm so excited. Okay, so like I said, I had to stay up till 4 the other night, and so I wanted to make little challenges that I could put into my A7 binder because I bought this a while ago to be a wallet, but I didn't like that it didn't zip, so I just didn't use it for anything. So I decided to utilize it instead of buying new things or whatever. But yeah, so I just have 6 different savings trackers in here, savings challenges, what have you, and just random little things that I wanted to save for, I guess. So coffee run savings, I enjoy going to the Scooters drive-thru for a blended caramelicious espresso with an extra shot. and a Caramelicious muffin. If you don't know what Scooters is and you don't have it around you, I am so sorry. It is delicious. It is sinfully delicious. But I have 10 pictures on all of them, and for 3 of the challenges, they're worth $10 a piece. For the other 3 of the challenges, they're worth $5 a piece. So it just kind of depends on like how much I wanted to save for whatever. And then I did make envelopes that match. So there's the coffee run savings. This is the nail supplies savings. I do my own nails. I did my fresh set this morning after I got home from work. And so when I need to re-up either on the clear press-ons or more black or more white or more other colors that seem pretty at the time, and I tell myself no all the time. So nail supplies is just for like when I want to re-up on something and not, you know, beat myself up for it. So this one's worth $50. And then there's the matching envelope for it. And then So Crazy Savings, like I said, I sew, I do a lot of things that normal people, I don't know. Sewing isn't like too common of a thing for people my age to do. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm weird, but I'm not, I guess. I don't know. I keep getting told I'm not, but... So Crazy Savings is $100. So I am telling myself I can't buy any fabric or anything else until this is like filled in and completed, which is fine. It doesn't bring me any kind of unfortunate feelings or anxiety, because I have a lot of fabric that I need to go through anyways. And I am in the middle of making a quilt for my boyfriend and I anyways. So just a cute little challenge I wanted to do. Ice cream date savings. So I'm a huge sweet tooth. My boyfriend isn't so much. But so when I get a hankering for ice cream, I want to take him on a little date to my favorite place in town. It's like a cherry berry, but it's with actual ice cream instead of frozen yogurt. But yeah, so they weigh it. So I know the ice cream date won't cost $50, but I'm sure it'll cost $30. But yeah, so I just wanted to say for that. And then Bestie Day savings for like, I think, okay, I have one childhood best friend that lives in the same town as I do, but because I moved from home to where I live now, the rest of my besties are like anywhere from 2 to 4 hours away. So that's unfortunate, but so I just wanted to have a little bit of savings of like for fuel to go hang out with a bestie and get drinks or something. I just wanted, you know, a little bit of a cushion when I want to go see my bestie. One of my many besties. And then this one's just a just because savings, because I couldn't stand the fact that there was 5 instead of 6. So I'm like, all right, I'll make one just because, just to save. So yeah, this one is also $50, and I am super excited to start this in the new year. But yeah, that's pretty much everything, I think, as far as like the changes in all of my binders and stuff. But yeah, I hope that when you guys watch this, you're having a fantastic magical day or week or weekend, and I will see more of you in the new year. Bye!